A Bulgarian tomato farmer is being questioned by Customs and Border Protection officers.
When did you decide to come to Australia? When did you plan?
When I go to Argentina and to go here.
In the past week, he's travelled across 3 continents, and officers are curious as to exactly why he's here.
He said the reason he came to Australia is because he couldn't swim in Argentina.
Does he have any swimmers in his bags?
No.
His story is odd, but what's more unusual is what he's packed.
This is yours? Where did you get this from?
This is sold for my friend who is sell me.
How much did you pay for it?
100
100 euros. And why you bring it with you to Sydney?
I don't know.
Do you play?
Yes, a little. I learn.
Turns on. Works.
Why is it all like that? Well, just swap this stuff here. Work out what that is.
The keyboard is covered in a sticky substance that will need to be tested for any traces of narcotics.
Alright, I'll be back in a sec.
Not all passengers appreciate being stopped at the border.
I swear,
Stop talking.
I will never travel with you.
Yeah, never mind.
Never.
Today, Fritz is blaming his wife Jane for their delay at quarantine.
I swear.
They have just returned from the United States and quarantine want to inspect their 2 large boxes.
I need a help. It's too heavy. What's wrong with it?
I need to look inside, man.
Oh, we didn't put drugs there or whatever, but if you want to see,
Okay.
I'm not smoking actually.
The boxes are filled with undeclared food.
That is salmon. I forgot to throw it when I come here.
On this card here, you haven't declared any food at all. You have many kilos of food in your bags, and you haven't declared anything.
Oh, now I was not thinking properly. Uy.
Have you got any rubbish bin around here? Make me sick.
Fine.
Australia is full of food.
Bullshit.
You don't
That's
need
it.
to buy any food in Yankee land.
At Sydney's mail centre, letters arriving from India have been X-rayed and show that some of them contain an organic substance. This may be a concern because India is a known source country for heroin.
Yeah, there is a large amount of mail coming into the country from this source country. It's like a scattergun approach. They're just sending large quantities and hoping that they are successful in that approach.
From the box, Officer Chris identifies a group of letters that show signs they could contain contraband.
We have identified in this particular mail tray 6 envelopes that all bear the hallmarks of the type of importations we have been seeing of late. A similar addressing style, similar typeface, which helps us to back up what we have seen on our X-ray screens.
The envelopes will now be taken to the testing room for closer inspection.
So at this point in time, to confirm what we suspect may be within these envelopes, we're going to conduct an itomiser test.
A swab test will show if there is any trace of narcotics.
This is just a tool that will help us identify what may be contained within an article.
A mysterious sticky substance on this passenger's keyboard has just tested positive for traces of heroin.
You want to tell me a little bit more about what you did in Argentina? And how long were you in Argentina for? How many days you stayed there?
10 days.
10 days. And what did you do for the 10 days?
Nothing.
What did you see in Argentina?
We just Buenos Aires.
What did you do in Buenos Aires?
Nothing.
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 His answers seem evasive, and now another test on the keyboard will be conducted.
This is a heroin nick test only because the iron scans come up positive for heroin. Should come up green. It's negative.
But Officer Mary is far from satisfied.
Can you tell me what this stuff is? Don't touch it. Just do it. Why has it got this stuff here? Do you know why?
No.
So why are you bringing this with you on your holiday?
I don't know.
This precious lady is never, ever traveling with me anymore, not even into a shit house.
All right.
So, I'm finished.
Fritz is blaming his wife Jane and her boxes of undeclared food for their delay in quarantine.
But the fact that you've marked no and you've made a false declaration, okay, in effect you have lied to us.
I did not lie.
You've lied. You've written on.
Because what I understand is dry food.
You've lied in a written form.
Fresh food, I mean.
Yeah. Yep.
Never mind.
If you choose to fail to declare, we have the authority to issue fines. Okay.
No,
But you
what I
haven't.
understand is the fresh, cooled. You know, the cool. This is all in my mind. I did not read
Yeah,
thoroughly.
no. What the card means is any food, anything you eat, anything you put in your mouth, you just need to mark yes.
Gentlemen,
All right.
I swear, I guarantee it won't be any next time.
Yeah. We're going to issue a fine today. It's an infringement notice because of the items that you have. It'll be equivalent to $110. All right?
Drive me mad.
In immigration, a passenger has arrived from Thailand and she says she's here to meet her boyfriend for a holiday.
So did your boyfriend pay for your ticket and your visa?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of work do you do?
เป็นสปาค่ะ She's working with the spa as a masseur.
An earlier search of her baggage revealed items that suggest she could be here for business rather than pleasure.
In your bag, you had a book called The Bar Guide. Why were you carrying that book with you?
มันเป็นหนังสือแบบ Well, she said, I just bought a book. I want to know a few terms in few words in that book, that's all.
Some of the terms were explicit terms that you wouldn't really use in everyday talking. Two examples of the many phrases highlighted are, I'm very good in bed and I have to go to the VD clinic.
ก็เป็นคำที่ว่า well, the one I highlighted, that's the one I want to know what it is.
Now, you had certificates and your book of massages and things. Why did you bring those along with you?
อ๋อ ก็เอามา I bought it for my boyfriend. We want to know, is it definitely I got the qualification.
Okay.
Officers are concerned why her boyfriend would need qualifications. Immigration will now try to locate him and get his side of the story. At Sydney's mail centre, a letter from India has just tested positive for traces of narcotics.
No, it's telling me it's coke.
A reading for cocaine is unexpected, as India is a source country for heroin.
So the reading we're getting isn't consistent with what we believe may be contained in the envelope. It is telling us that there is narcotics there present there somewhere. With these machines, however, because of the amount of handling of the envelopes, it's not unusual for it to get, ambiguous readings just off the outside of the envelope. So we will open the envelope just to confirm exactly what is contained in there.
Australia Post opened the letter so Officer Chris can inspect the contents.
So we can smell that it's been opened. There is quite a strong odour coming out of the envelope. So at this point in time, we'll conduct a nick test on the contents and confirm for sure what we've got. once we break the vials within the test, for a positive result for heroin, it'll turn a bright green colour. So that's a positive test for heroin. It's gone quite green. 6 envelopes there, so based on this positive result, I'd assume that all 6 do contain heroin.
Why are you bringing this with you on your holiday?
I don't know.
A Bulgarian tomato farmer is struggling to explain exactly why he has brought this keyboard to Australia.
I'm going to take this away and have another look at it, okay? Because I don't know what this stuff is.
Okay.
All right? Can you tell me what this is?
I don't know what it is.
Earlier, a swab tested positive for traces of heroin, and now the keyboard will be x-rayed to check if there is a narcotic concealment.
We have the keyboard here with its bag. X-ray image looks consistent. Doesn't look like there's any organic material in there at all.
This doesn't explain the narcotic readings, so officers shift their attention back to the passenger.
What do you want to see here?
I want just seeing and swimming and but
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Holiday.
Where do you want to go swimming?
I want like finding the beach.
Do you know which beach you're going to go to?
Not swimming.
No. Okay. All right. He knows nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I'm going to frisk him, and we're just going to move him to a room and get him to settle down a little bit, and hopefully he'll open up and just tell us why he's here and what he's doing. Just, yeah, there's something there that we've just got to find out what's going on with him.
We're going to issue you a fine today. It'll be equivalent to $110. All right?
This is the second time Jane's had to fork out extra cash for her boxes of food. When leaving the States, the airline also charged her excess baggage.
When I was in the airport, they give me a hard time putting in all of that.
She's a bit tearful, a bit emotional, but we have no choice but to fine her today. We're fining her the lowest penalty, $110, as she had an enormous quantity of packaged food.
I will pay, sir.
Yeah.
It's my fault today. If that's what you want, I'll pay.
She took it really well at the end, and she really understood why we do what we do, and she had misunderstood the questions, so she won't reoffend, I think. So that was the point.
She is a very good cook. I have never had any belly in my life. Thank you. Sorry about all the trouble.
Immigration are concerned this Thai woman could be coming to Australia to work. Officers have spoken to her boyfriend waiting in the terminal to verify her story.
I got the feeling he's probably told her what to say. When I asked what she did for work back in Thailand, he initially said Thai massage, and he stressed that it's traditional massage, not the hanky-panky stuff.
We really have to get to the truth of the matter, the truth of why she's here, and whether they have a genuine relationship.
How long have you been with your boyfriend?
6 เดือน ค่ะ 6 months
And can you just tell me how you met your boyfriend?
หนูไปพักผ่อน I went to the beach for holiday so I met him there
The relationship could be genuine, but there are still concerns about the documents found in her bag that included a letter.
And also you had a letter in your bag saying that you were going to come to work in Australia. Who was that letter to?
อันนี้ไม่ใช่ของหนูนะของเพื่อนนะคะ My friend is not mine
So you're going to send that on behalf of your friend?
ค่ะ Yes
What's your friend's name?
หนูก็จำไม่ได้นะ Cannot remember
So you are sending a letter for a friend, but you can't remember her name?
The letter and the phrase book may point to her true intentions.
I think that you are coming to Australia to do some kind of work.
Really?
The fact that you've written a letter saying that you're coming to work and you have a book on phrases of not the normal tourist English phrases, so why do you even have that kind of book in your bag?
Officers are questioning a Bulgarian man whose keyboard has tested positive for traces of heroin.
Just previous to arriving here, he spent 10 days in Argentina, but again, he can't really tell me what he did in Argentina. Or he's come here a few days later on his own, just wants to go for a swim, but doesn't know where to go for a swim, when he's got no hotel booking, got no friends or family here. So I'm quite concerned with him at this stage, especially with all the readings and inconsistencies that he has with his luggage. I want to detain you for a frisk search, so we want to just check, make sure you're not carrying anything on your body, okay? Do you understand?
I understand.
The frisk is negative, but Officer Mary's experience tells her something's not right with this passenger.
Doesn't make sense. He paid excess luggage to get that here too.
I mean, the fact that he paid excess luggage and he's coming here to swim, he doesn't know where he's going to swim, where he's just come from, the rest of it. Yeah, put him in a room and call the feds.
Immigration has discovered evidence this Thai masseuse may not be here for a holiday.
So why do you even have that kind of book in your bag if you're coming just for a holiday?
Maybe something or sometime I want to talk to them, I don't know, so I can have my book here to help me.
And that letter?
จดหมายอันนั้นมันเป็นอีเมลของเพื่อนหนูนะคะไม่ใช่ของหนู My friend's email.
Oh, I don't believe that.
เขาไม่เชื่อเราหรอกจ้ะอ๋อมันเป็นกระดาษเฉยๆเองอ่ะ But it's just a little piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper that says you're coming to work because it's quiet in Thailand at the moment in your industry.
ก็เป็นอีเมลที่หนูส่งให้เพื่อนนะคะ Well, it's not my email, it's my friend's email.
The woman has not admitted to anything, but all the evidence found in her bag is too hard for immigration to ignore.
Based on the material that you found in the baggage search, I would find it hard to believe that she would have that phrase book and have highlighted very specific phrases related to a very specific industry without having an intention to work in that industry.
Maybe the boyfriend is just a cover and just using that to get in.
The passenger anxiously waits for immigration's decision.
Okay. Now we've spoken with the duty manager and I am satisfied you did not have at the time of grant of the visa or cease to have an intention only to visit or remain in Australia temporarily for tourism purposes. The decision has been made to cancel your visa under Section 116. As you are no longer the holder of a visa, you have been refused immigration clearance and will be removed from Australia as an unlawful non-citizen. Thank you.
There is still no evidence to prove this man is up to anything illegal, but officers remain very suspicious.
He's sweating profusely, like his underarms, armpits are all water. So he's nervous, he's stressing out a little bit, so hopefully if we take him out of this environment, it might be a little bit quiet for him and we can sort of assess him and go down that track, definitely.
The man is taken into an interview room and another test is performed on the keyboard.
This is the bite sense. It's a bit more accurate than the iron scan. It's just another for testing for narcotics. Nothing was found.
In the interview room, the passenger is sticking to his story that he is only here for a holiday.
Well, we're considering referring him for an internal referral. We went down that track, but at this stage I don't think he is a candidate for an internal referral.
He will now be allowed to leave the airport, but officers are going to seize his keyboard.
The keyboard and the casing that he is carrying with him, we're going to actually hold that for further testing.
If further tests prove to be negative, he will be allowed to pick it up when he leaves the country. But officers will discover there is something hidden inside the keyboard. One man has arrived back with his mates from Central America and has been stopped by officers for an inspection.
He's come to us from Mexico via New Zealand. He's being assessed, he and his friends are all being assessed specifically because of their journey, because of the high-risk countries that they've travelled through or from. And so we want to ensure that none of those fellas present a risk to the border.
I'm still half asleep. We didn't get much sleep last night because we stopped in New Zealand.
At New Zealand stopover, did you?
No, we weren't supposed to, but the flight was delayed 10 hours, so they had to keep us there at night.
Okay, so you had to some time in New Zealand?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you guys been planning this holiday?
Spur of the moment.
Spur of the moment?
Yeah.
Officers need to find out why he made a last-minute dash to Mexico.
What sort of stuff did you get up to while you were there? Just drinking?
Partying girls.
Drinking, partying girls?
Yeah.
But what the officer discovers next might prove that's not all he's been up to. Over in immigration, a Romanian passenger has been pulled aside for questioning. During a stopover en route from Asia, 4 other passengers he was travelling with were removed from the flight because they didn't meet the visa requirements to enter Australia.
ALO sent a referral to us and advised us that we may want to consider conducting a bona fide assessment upon their arrival. He's declared on his incoming passenger card that he has no criminal convictions.
But officers have found some information on the Romanian Justice Department's website that may prove that this is not the case.
We've found some information that could possibly be linked to him. It is saying that he has been extradited for execution of prison sentence of 4 years and 2 months.
The website also indicates that the passenger was extradited for a manslaughter charge.
Now, Julian, what is your purpose of travel to Australia?
Care este motivul că ați venit în Australia?
Am venit ca turist ca să vizitez unele...
I came as a tourist to visit some museums, some places.
Have you been to any other countries? Have you travelled anywhere else besides Australia?
No.
Okay, so you've always lived in Romania?
No.
Yes.
And you've never travelled to any other European country around Romania?
No.
Do you have any criminal convictions?
Ați avut vreo convicție criminală?
Nu. Nu am fost. Nu.
In Melbourne, quarantine has found a potential concern on the X-ray of this British backpacker's bag.
They've seen an image in here which to me looks like sausages or carrots. It's an organic product of some sort. If it's carrots or sausages, then it's out. So we'll go talk to the passenger. How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Just ask you a couple of questions. Is this your card?
Yeah.
Yep, and that's your signature?
Yeah.
Did you read these questions?
Yeah.
Did you understand the questions?
Yeah, I understood them.
These are your bags?
Yeah.
Did you pack them?
Yeah.
So you know what's inside them?
Yeah.
Officer Mike will inspect the passenger's bags, and he doesn't have to dig too far before he finds what he's looking for.
I know, I totally forgot I had carrots in there.
Where it says here, any food includes dried food, fresh food. Certainly these are very fresh, raw carrots, preserved, cooked, uncooked. You've said no. Can you tell me why you did that?
Because I totally forgot I had carrots in there. They're just carrots.
They might just be carrots, but for quarantine they could also bring pests and diseases to Australia.
I've had these carrots, you can see the sell-by date, I've had them for ages and they've literally just been in the bottom of my bag.
If you had one carrot in the bottom of the bag and it looked all mouldy and dried, looked like it was really old, but these are still quite crisp and fresh if I was just...
Well, I've had them for quite a while and I'm really so sorry, I didn't even realise I had my carrots in there.
Officers have found something in the bags of a young man returning from a party trip to Mexico.
What's wrapped in here?
Premeditation, so it doesn't break.
Is it a steroid-based medicine?
I think so, yeah.
Do you have a doctor's certificate for it?
Do I have it? Do I have one?
What do you do with these? Do you inject them or do you drink them or what?
I drink them.
If they are a steroid, they're prohibited without a permit, and severe penalties can apply.
Testosterone. That's what it is. It's testosterone. Simple as that.
All right.
Was it concealed?
In a bag, in his bag.
Okay. Where'd you buy this?
Basically, Cancun.
Why? Why did you buy this for?
Yeah. On my shoulder.
I'll be back.
A swab of his bag will now be taken to test for traces of narcotics.
Seen one of these before?
Yeah.
So you know what it's used for?
Yep.
All right. What it's going to do, pretty much, it's going to detect any traces of narcotics or explosives.
Yeah.
This fella, he has 12 vials of testosterone and he doesn't have a prescription or a permit to import testosterone, so that is a problem for us. When there's an attempt to conceal goods, then one has to wonder what else is being concealed.
Last week on Border Security, this Bulgarian tomato farmer claimed he was here for a holiday.
He said the reason he came to Australia is because he couldn't swim in Argentina.
Does he have any swimmers in his bags?
No.
But he brought an old keyboard that tested positive for traces of narcotics.
So why are you bringing this with you on your holiday?
I don't know.
X-ray image looks consistent. Doesn't look like there's any organic material in there at all.
There was no evidence of a concealment and officers had no choice but to let the passenger leave the airport.
The keyboard and the casing that he is carrying with him, we're going to actually hold that for further testing.
Today, the keyboard has returned from testing, still with no results. But there has been a strange development.
So the passenger's since left the country, and since his departure, we've had numerous amount of inquiries from a member of the public wanting to pick up this keyboard. So we're actually going to further examine this keyboard and have a look, see if there is anything in here.
Before they deconstruct the keyboard, officers take another look on the X-ray.
It's pretty clear. Seem to be any obvious anomalies at all.
We initially thought there could be any narcotic concealment in there, but again, it looks pretty consistent. You've got all your keys, you've got your batteries, you've got your speakers. You've got your normal parts of your keyboard that you would expect to see inside, so...
I think the best way is we just open it up and have a look.
I'm really so sorry, I didn't even realise I had my carrots in there.
Okay.
In Melbourne, this passenger is in trouble with quarantine for failing to declare some fresh carrots.
The risk to Australia is huge with these, right? This is a $220 fine. Can you give me a reason why I shouldn't fine you today?
Oh, shit. If to be honest, the reason why I'm so sketchy right now is because I was diagnosed with pneumonia a few days ago.
Right.
And I even have my antibiotics to prove it.
Yeah. Okay.
Officer Mike discusses the details with his supervisor.
Carrot's from New Zealand, but she's from the UK.
They fresh?
Yeah.
In this case, they are satisfied that the carrots weren't intentionally concealed and the passenger has made a genuine mistake.
As long as she understands.
I've decided not to fine you. However, we are giving you a written warning today. In future, you must truthfully answer all questions on the IPC card and any questions that a quarantine officer asks you in person.
I don't think I'm going to eat another carrot again forever. Something to write home about, anyway.
So if I was to contact Romania, would I be able to get a report saying that Julian has no criminal convictions?
Back in Sydney, immigration officers have information this passenger may have been extradited to Romania from Switzerland on manslaughter charges.
Have you ever been in trouble with the law?
Ați avut probleme cu legea, cu poliția?
Okay. You've never been removed from any country? You've never been extradited or sentenced to any imprisonment?
Ați fost expulzate în vreo țară sau...
Never been in trouble with police?
Ați avut probleme cu poliția?
So if I was to say contact, I'll give you an example, Switzerland, and just ask them, the authorities, whether or not do they know anyone by your name, would they say, would they give me information?
You can do that.
This could be a case of mistaken identity, but officers have now discovered a crucial piece of evidence that may connect him to the Swiss
Well,
extradition.
this business card's in his belongings and it is in Geneva and it is a lawyer.
This man's belongings have just tested positive for cocaine, and officers have also discovered a stash of prohibited steroids in his luggage.
Our concern obviously is when you start bringing stuff into the country from overseas. So you got nothing on you?
No.
Well, you didn't bring any on you? You don't have anything?
I didn't bring any on me. I don't have any...
That's cool, man. That's just my job to make sure.
All right.
No other contraband is found in his bags, but officers need to check there is nothing hidden on his body.
So I'm going to detain you for the purpose of a frisk search.
Okay.
And I'm going to get a same-sex officer to come and search you and see if you're concealing anything on your body. Okay?
All right, I'll come back and see you.
No worries, Bill. Just turn around and face me.
Turn around and face that officer.
Okay. Do you have any problems with that process? No? All good?
The frisk search is negative. Officers believe the narcotic reading could be explained by this passenger's partying in Mexico.
We've looked at his itinerary, the plans that he's made, who he's made those plans with, and we're satisfied that it is a bona fide boys' party trip. He's gone to Cancun, he's told us he's gone there to party hard. We believe that that's what he did. So we're fairly satisfied that he presents a low risk to the border.
In immigration, officers have discovered evidence that could prove this Romanian passenger was extradited from Switzerland on manslaughter charges.
He's not admitting to anything, whether or not he's travelled anywhere, whether he has any criminal convictions. He said no. So at present, we have located in his possession that's linking to a Swiss lawyer. So I'm going to put that to him. I actually put your name into the computer. And guess what? I've also found a business card. Okay, that is a Switzerland lawyer.
Da?
Yes? So do you recognize this business card?
Nu.
They located this in your belongings. They found this.
Probabil, cine știe, dar nu...
Maybe I took this from somebody on the plane, but I can't realize how did it come in my possession.
Officer Miriam is convinced that the passenger is the same person listed with the Romanian Justice Department.
I've calculated the year and the age, and this is you. This is your name.
My name,
Yeah, it's your name. and it states from Zurich, Switzerland, that you do have criminal convictions, that you were extradited to Romania.
Deci nu este, vă spun sigur că nu este de la mine, n-am avut nicio legătură, n-am mai fost, dar n-am fost niciodată în Elveția, nu știu ce.
I have never been in Switzerland. I have no connection with Switzerland. I don't know what's going on.
Officers are about to deconstruct a keyboard that was seized from a Bulgarian passenger.
We've continued more testing on these items here, but we're not concerned that it's drugs anymore. It's not narcotics. So our next step is unscrew these screws and get inside and have a look and see if possibly maybe something else inside. All right, let's have a look. Let's see if it still works. Batteries are in there. Oh, here we go. There you go. It's all working. These ones aren't working.
Oh, some keys don't work.
Let's see. Something here, maybe? No. Let's turn it over and have a look at it.
The owner has fled the country, but there have been requests from a member of the public to collect the keyboard.
It's just strange someone's still inquiring about this old mouldy keyboard. It's still fully functional, I guess, but it's ancient.
I don't think they're supposed to be in there.
Wow, look at that.
Immigration are deciding if a passenger has lied about being extradited from Switzerland to serve a prison sentence in Romania.
Evidence is that he's carrying a business card which is from Switzerland, and then he's listed on the website as being extradited from Switzerland.
Yeah.
So why would he be carrying a card from Switzerland of a solicitor if he wasn't there? So we can probably serve a note.
Serve the note now?
Yeah.
Yep. Notice what I'm placing in front of you, okay, is a notice of intention to consider cancelling your visa. Now, provide me a summary of reasons why the visa holder considers the grounds for cancellation do not exist.
Deci motivele mele sunt pentru că eu n-am fost arestat în Elveția.
My reasons are, I'm not the person you told me I am. I'm not the person that was arrested in Switzerland, and now you want to return me without letting me see what I came to see, but you can't cancel my visa like that.
Although the passenger denies travelling to Switzerland, the possession of the Swiss lawyer's business card is a strong indication that the passenger has stronger connections to Switzerland than he claims. I have therefore decided to cancel your visa.
Din acest punct de vedere am decis să cancel viza dumneavoastră.
Please, lady Miriam, please. Zibandei turi Zurich, Romania.
The reasons to cancel your visa outweigh the reasons not to cancel your visa.
I don't think they're supposed to be in there.
Wow, look at that. Mobile phone batteries in here,
Okay.
which I don't think are part of a normal keyboard.
Officers have just made an unbelievable discovery. ATM skimming equipment cleverly concealed inside this seized keyboard.
So after removing the backing off here, we can see there's a few items in here that don't look part of a normal keyboard. These angled pieces of plastic with weird, poorly glued circuitry. We've got some mobile phone batteries attached to some other display screens. And at the front here, it looks like we have like dummy fascias for ATMs, where someone would stick this on an ATM machine and it can skim the data of any card placed into the machine.
There are enough components here to set up skimming devices on 4 separate ATMs.
So what? They'd attach that to the ATM machine, looks like part of the ATM machine.
Yeah, most likely.
Connect it all, put the batteries in. You slot your card in there, they get all your information, and they'll be able to go in and, with your PIN number, withdraw a lot of cash after you've just used it.
Officers have managed to stop a very serious crime.
Now, it's pretty clear the purpose of the travel of this passenger. At the time, obviously, it wasn't. He has since left the country, but obviously, he was here to drop off these items here for this syndicate that he was supposed to meet up here. He's left the country, but the syndicate are without their fraudulent card skimming devices, and that's a bonus for the Australian community here.
Customs and Border Protection are risk assessing this German passenger after officers noticed his nervous behaviour at the primary line.
He's coming from a flight from Dubai today. Gentleman is coming for a holiday here in Sydney. He said he's here to see kangaroos. He was acting suspicious when he's being processed, and a customs officer stopped him and had a chat to him and wanted to look further.
Have you ever been to New Zealand?
No.
It's issued online in Kenya.
In Kenya? When were you in Kenya?
Last week. It was in the passport, two visa from Kenya, but I never been in New Zealand.
His travel through high-risk countries raises alarm bells, and a swab has been taken from his baggage to test for narcotics. At the other end of the Sydney terminal, there are concerns this Italian man may not be here as a tourist. He has told the officers he is a professional clown.
And do you juggle?
Depends. No, I don't juggle.
Do you bring makeup with you today?
Sorry?
Do you bring your
No,
makeup
nothing.
with you? You bring any of your things today for work?
Holiday.
Only for holiday.
He insists he's here to visit a friend in Queensland.
Are you going to work while you're here, though? Your friend, she organised somewhere for you to work as well?
I wanna just look this country, this city. And after, I don't know, I'm sorry.
How much money you have on this card?
800 euro.
800 euro. And you think that's enough for 1 month to stay in Australia?
Yeah.
If you run...
Finish my money, I go back. No?
I'll just go and have a talk with the supervisor from immigration and then come back down. Okay?
Why you tell me about this? It's a problem.
If your friend here is going to look after you, then it's not a problem. Our officers is concerned that he might not be staying here legally. He may be here to work illegally against his visa. I had a discussion with him and his story's a little bit inconsistent. He's a street performer, like a clown. He performs at Waterworld in Europe, and he basically said he has a friend in Brisbane who works up in one of the theme parks up there. So I'm just going to refer him to immigration and see if they wish to have a chat with him.
What's inside this bag?
In Melbourne, a husband and wife have just returned from China. Although they haven't declared anything, an X-ray image of their bags leads quarantine to suspect they might be trying to sneak in a few treats from home.
So, what's in this bag? Any food items in here?
Yeah, it'll be this is one.
What's this?
The noodle, put in noodle.
Now, I need both of your attention. I just want you to tell me why you failed to declare them on your declaration card.
I think that one says not the illegal.
Now, can you read question 6 to me, please?
Any food?
Any food.
Yeah.
So it's any food. You need to declare all your food. It's not up to you to decide whether or not it's allowed into Australia. And in fact, there's certain items here which are not permitted into Australia.
Yeah.
This here is lily bulb. And lily bulb is not allowed into Australia.
Yeah.
OK? Now, also, I can't identify this, and you can't really tell me what it is. Now, it's not an original container, so it's obviously homemade?
Homemade,
Homemade,
yeah.
Now, because it's homemade and I cannot identify it, again, it's not permitted into Australia. OK?
Yeah.
How often do you go back to China?
Every year, almost every year.
So really, you travel through Melbourne Airport sufficiently that you should really know, the quarantine rules. It's not looking good.
Officers have just tested the bags of a German man for traces of narcotics.
It's come up positive for a reading for cocaine. So now that we've had a positive reading for narcotics, we will organise to conduct a frisk search, make sure that the passenger is not carrying anything within his body.
Are you happier with English or German?
English is fine.
Yeah, I thought so. Your English is very good.
Thank you. I read it all.
Yes, please. Just read it all so I know that you understand.
You do not have to remove any clothing or shoes.
You don't have to read it out loud if you don't want.
Yeah, you can search me, search.
So you give your consent?
Yes, sure.
Would you prefer the search to be done here or in a private room?
I don't care.
Here is okay? Okay, this officer here is going to do the frisk for you.
Turn around, look at me. Start this, ready for the burial. Okay, it won't touch his skin.
As the frisk search begins, officers take a closer look at his empty suitcase and immediately notice a problem.
Here we just have some glue, so it looks like it's been tampered with.
That's it. How you going?
Customs and Border Protection are referring a man to immigration because there are concerns he may plan to work at a theme park in Queensland.
This friend is apparently the sister of a friend. He hasn't seen her for 20 years, and he said she's going to meet him at the airport. He says he's worked in, like, water parks and fun parks in Europe, and apparently she works for one of the fun parks up there. It's a bit hard because his English isn't 100% the best. It's a bit hard to get out exactly what's going on.
Immigration officer Yvonne will interview the man with the help of an interpreter.
Mr. Martorio, why have you come to Australia and how long do you intend to stay here?
Allora, come ho già detto,
As I said about 10 times now, I'm here for holidays.
vacanza.
Do you currently have a job?
No, perché c'avevo un contratto, ovviamente, se no
No,
non
I've
potevo
got a
venire.
contract. It expired and now I've come on holidays.
Era sapere perché tutte queste informazioni.
How come all these
Okay,
questions?
because what I'm trying to do is to establish that you're what we call a bona fide visitor, that you are able to support yourself while you're here.
Officer Yvonne needs to find out more about his Australian contact, who supposedly runs a water theme park. But he's not cooperating.
Da criminale.
Seems like
No.
criminal.
It's not a criminal.
Sono un turista, un tourist.
Yes, okay, and that's what I want to be absolutely certain of.
Per quello mi sento un po' trattato un po' come criminale, se mi si ripete sempre le solite cose, sembra che non dico la
As
verità.
though I hadn't told the truth initially.
Listen, my questions relate to what I'm trying to establish here, okay? And the longer we debate whether or not I'm allowed to ask you these questions, and I am, the longer we debate it, the longer this is going to drag out.
Quarantine has discovered undeclared prohibited food in the bags of a couple returning from China.
Yeah, it's not looking good because, first of all, you obviously understand the rules, yeah? I've asked you if you have any food. You've declared no food in your card, and you have it hidden in your bag. Now, just wait here for 1 second, okay? Thank you. It just got some non-declared dried spices and that, some of which are not permitted into Australia. For example, there's some lily bulb and some non-commercial vegetable as well in a jar. It's very important that you declare all your food items.
Okay,
you need to declare it so that we can inspect it.
All right.
Now, for actually failing to declare these food items, you're going to receive a fine of $220.
No, give me fine. I don't take. No, give me fine.
No, regardless of whether you take this food or not,
give you.
you're going to receive a fine of $220.
No, have to buy. No,
Now, are you able to pay for this fine today?
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I have no money. My wife will got the money. She don't want to pay.
A Frisk search is being conducted of a German man who has arrived from Dubai. His empty bag has also been taken to the X-ray for closer inspection, where officers immediately notice a problem.
And what you can see down here is a bit of glue residue. So the bags, you can tell, has been tampered with. You wouldn't see that in the new bag. The other thing you can notice too is where they've screwed it here. There's a space where the original screw should have gone.
Nothing under your foot, mate? No. Another one?
Everything okay with this, sir? Everything's fine? Yeah. Okay.
There is nothing concealed on the man's body, but an X-ray of his bag may tell a different story.
Normally it would look like this with nothing in it, and here we see a darker shading, which appears to be in the shape of a rectangle, so there's definitely something there, an anomaly in the X-ray. At this stage, we don't know what it is.
Però se si esagera, allora non mi sta neanche a lavorare. Altamente illegale chiedere tutte queste cose. Molto illegale.
You're not trying to get into Italy, you're trying to get into Australia.
A professional clown arriving from Italy is refusing to answer questions that could help immigration clear him.
Guadagno 1.100 euro, possa essere una cosa... E non so se quello mi fa un genuino turista. Però se sono questi...
What we are concerned about is that you do not, A, break the condition of your visa by going to work, and B, that you do not become somebody who requires assistance.
Non sono solo che vado in mezzo a una strada, non sono un barbone, non voglio essere trattato tale.
I've been invited, I've got somebody who's putting me up, I'm not going to be sleeping under the park bench.
E a questo punto mi si sta mancando pure di rispetto.
It's just a lack of respect.
Chiedendomi queste cose.
Asking me all these things.
Sorry.
Do you understand that by making all these statements, you are just making this process longer? No, wait a minute. By answering the questions would be answered, the information would be put to the supervisor, and a decision would be made quickly.
However, the passenger is sticking to his principles.
Non penso che devo dire.
These are private matters that I don't think I've got to
This is my life.
answer.
Sorry.
But
Sorry is my life. Sorry. Sorry.
This couple has been issued with a $220 quarantine fine for bringing in undeclared, prohibited food.
No, give me fine. No, have to buy. Yeah.
But she who controls the purse strings refuses to pay the fine.
Yeah, I have no money. My wife will got the money. She don't want to. Yeah, doesn't matter. I fine. That you fine.
And you don't have a credit card?
I got the credit card. You keep it.
The boss has the credit card.
Yeah, he have my credit card.
And after a quick search through her handbag, she hands over his wallet.
This one, 50 $50 here. You give me 5.
Just wait here and I'll do the paperwork.
Yeah.
She was a bit of a fiery type, wasn't she? But I think she was probably the boss.
She don't want to pay.
The husband can clearly see the lighter side of the situation. And with the fine paid, that's the end of that problem. But the beginning of another.
批㗎唔批啦，先你叻啦，剔啦，我諗住你全部都搞掂㗎，你而家少少做得嘢撞板，你有嘢帶嗰啲係食嘢嘅就要剔有食嘢。 冇可能唔剔嘅，你唔知道就冇填啊，唔識填俾我。
This is really to sort of just educate and reinforce rather than punish them. I've got a feeling next time they sort of come through, they'll remember to, you know, spend a bit more time reading the questions and actually answering it.
While they wait for their paperwork, he gives his wife a little space to cool off. In Sydney, an X-ray of a German passenger's bag has shown inconsistencies.
Hello sir, how are you? I'm the supervisor today.
Yeah.
Hey, we've x-rayed your bag today.
Yeah.
And we found an anomaly in there.
An anomaly?
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like what it should when it goes through an x-ray, like what an empty bag should. Okay?
Yeah.
At this point in time, I suspect that it may be concealing narcotics in the base. Okay, so I'm going to caution you.
Yeah.
You do not have to say or do anything, but anything you do say or do may be used as evidence.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yep. Can you repeat to me what you think that means?
I think this means that if I say you something, you can use it in court, but I have the right to say nothing.
Exactly right.
Yeah?
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move into an interview room.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So now we move to the interview room.
You will move to the interview room.
While the passenger remains unusually calm, officers will step up their investigation. They'll drill the base of the bag to find out what, if anything, is inside.
Sorry, it's my life. Sorry.
In an interview room, an Italian passenger is unhappy with the line of questioning that could help immigration clear him.
He didn't like me asking him questions about how much money he's made or exactly what his jobs were and so on. He claimed it was a great invasion of his privacy. We spent a good 7-8 minutes debating whether or not I'm allowed to ask him these questions. But the thing to question now, I think, may be to ring up the friend and see what her expectation is.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Give her a call.
There's concerns he's planning to work for a friend that officers believe runs a water-themed amusement park.
Yeah, I'm calling from the Department of Immigration at Sydney Airport. Okay, I'd like to just have a little word with you. I'm currently having an interview with somebody who says that he's coming here to visit you. Do you know who that is?
Officer Yvonne gets all the information she needs.
Okay, thanks for your help. All right, bye.
And the true nature of the business seems to have been lost in translation.
She and her husband have a plumbing business.
So there's no water
There
theme
is
park
no water
inside.
theme park in sight. Well, unless the plumbing business has something to do with the water,
theme park. Oh, perhaps.
I think we should just let him have a holiday.
I think so too.
The passenger is given the good news.
All right, I've spoken with my supervisor, and I've also spoken with your friend. And I must say that it is thanks to her input that you're able to be going into Australia today.
La facciamo entrare nel paese, grazie.
Infatti. Welcome to
Be careful.
Australia.
Now we move to the interview room.
You will move to the interview room.
Despite close scrutiny, this German passenger remains remarkably unfazed. Officers are in the process of drilling the base of his suitcase to check for concealments.
It's actually, the white powder's actually come out. I pretty agree with it.
An earlier swab of the bag showed traces of cocaine, but officers have suspicions the powder is something else.
Coming out of Dubai, it's more likely heroin.
So we're just going to get a heroin test kit now for you.
Okay, so you should see a colour change if it comes up positive.
It's an immediate positive result.
So it's come up green, which means it's positive for heroin. Heroin.
Customs and Border Protection hand the man and his loaded bag over to the Australian Federal Police to continue the investigation. Today in Sydney, airport security officers monitoring baggage leaving the country have noticed a problem inside 2 suitcases bound for Thailand. Customs and Border Protection officers have been alerted and the bags have been taken away for closer inspection.
I reckon 10.
The X-ray image reveals several mysterious organic masses, but no one knows exactly what they are.
Do the other bag as well. They're in that one too.
Officers race to track down the owner of the luggage, who has already boarded a flight to Thailand. It appears the passenger was trying to illegally export some sort of reptile.
The head looks similar to the tail, and I think that must be a defence mechanism that lizards have, so that prey can't tell which end's the front, which end's the back. Some of these is just very difficult to tell. There's so many of them.
No one knows how many or what sort of reptile they are dealing with, but one thing is certain.
Oh, they are alive, yeah.
In Brisbane, Quarantine wants to inspect the bags of 2 passengers who have just arrived from India.
As you can see here, we have quite a considerable amount of suspicious-looking items here.
The X-rays suggest their bags may be packed full of food that hasn't been declared.
I want to ask you a few questions, OK? Yeah? Did you read all these questions?
Yes.
Did you understand them all? Yeah. I want to have a look in all your bags, OK? There's things in there that I'm concerned about.
Okay.
So can you lift up that box? You want me to just cut?
Yeah.
Just cut it? You just cut it. Just watch your fingers, yeah?
The first box is barely open before Officer Dino discovers a big problem.
It's going to take quite a while here. Just wait a second, guys.
Fresh food items such as bananas are strictly prohibited, and there are severe penalties for failing to declare them.
If anything else is found now with the high-risk items, yeah, it could go that one step further and could possibly go into court. But we'll have to see how we go. It's not looking too good for the passengers at this stage.
A New York graffiti artist has just arrived at Sydney Airport. This is Fernando's very first time out of America, and he's already attracting the attention of officers.
The reason he's here, when I saw him down at the gate, the tagging, I said to him, you know, oh, you're a tagger. He goes, oh, yeah. I said, so what's your tag name? He goes, I don't want to incriminate myself. I went, OK. So that's basically a little trigger that I had. He's here for 1 month. I turned the card over. He didn't write how long he was here for.
Fernando says he's here to visit a girl and check out the local art scene, but he's very vague on detail.
So what galleries will you visit?
To be honest, I have no idea. I don't even have a listing. I was just gonna walk around and just
walk around.
Just bring one piece with me, you know? Like I said, I'm not planning on making any money. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm just here to literally be with that girl for the whole month. And then if we get to go out and do something, then that's cool.
He's brought with him a large portfolio of artwork, but there's one painting in particular that officers are interested in.
There were some inconsistencies on top of the frame. whether it's an indication where they've stapled another block of wood in there, because there is some form of inconsistency.
Is this on canvas or a board?
Canvas.
Officers suspect the painting may have been tampered with. A swab is taken so they can test it for traces of narcotics. At the other end of the Sydney terminal, officers have raced to remove a passenger from a plane departing for Thailand because his bags may contain an illegal concealment.
It appeared to be some live lizards attempting to be exported in the passengers' bags. Identified that bag as belonging to a passenger who was on a flight. He was taken off the plane and arrested by investigators.
The owner of the bags is cuffed and led into an interview room by investigation officers.
The plane was about to depart. We had 5 minutes. He's being searched at the moment. We'll do a full baggage search. He's denied any knowledge at this point. He's basically told me that he's put the bags through check-in and there wasn't anything wrong with them when they went through there.
During the search, numerous socks and bags are found filled with what officers suspect are different species of reptiles.
Do we know what time we checked in?
We've had access to all that information. I don't know at this stage.
I just want to avoid his defence that he's checked in. Someone's had his bag for 2 hours.
Will they be able to confirm weights and things like that, whether that confirms anything further?
Only the smuggler knows how long these creatures have endured the terrible conditions outside their natural habitat, and there are now serious concerns for their survival.
Starting to wake up.
But they'll need to be extremely careful. They have no idea whether or not these animals are dangerous.
This was a swab taken of the painting, so it's come back positive for cocaine. That's the third reading now that's come back positive for cocaine, so it's telling us something.
Officers suspect this New York graffiti artist could be hiding something, so they take a closer look at the painting that's returning positive readings for cocaine.
This one here, okay, our concerns are obviously this on this part of the frame. Yeah. Okay, it looks like there may be 2 pieces, but if you have a look at the joint, it's only a 1-piece bit of wood. And what it is, they're seeing inconsistencies inside the actual wood.
We can drill in there without damaging anything, really.
It's consistent with cocaine.
How?
So,
How's that possible?
We can only physical what we've done today.
That's impossible.
Right. And
it's
you've been here?
It's impossible. I'm telling you.
The painting is taken away to be more closely examined.
Suspecting the timber frame may be hollow. And we've really just got to be happy with ourselves whether it's got anything in there or not.
Mustard seed. Do you want to open that next bag?
A couple arriving from India could be facing a fine or a prosecution if quarantine officer Dino finds more undeclared prohibited food.
What's in this one, guys?
Actually, fish pickles.
Fish pickles.
Yeah.
The bench is now stacked with food, and quarantine officers need to know why none of it has been declared.
We want to know why you wouldn't say you had food. Because it's apparent that you have many kilos of food and you didn't declare it. Some of the food here is very high risk and it poses a threat to Australia.
I'm sorry for the first time.
This is very serious. It's serious because you brought in a lot of food and you didn't tell us. And the second thing is you brought in some food that is a high risk here. Just wait here, I just need to discuss with my supervisor, yeah?
officers need to discuss whether the amount of prohibited food warrants a prosecution.
There's still a significant amount of foodstuffs there, and there's a significant amount of prohibited items as well. So I'm thinking that you've got two people both making a false declaration here, so I'd say it's actually probably be best to actually, at this stage, fine them each. Yeah, okay. For sure, if they're both making false declarations, a significant amount of food, they're both aware of the intent of it.
Okay, no worries, good with that.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
At this stage, we're going to give you a fine. Yeah, it's going to be a $220 fine for each of you guys, okay?
Chocolates.
Yeah.
Totally 200.
220 for you and 220 for your husband.
Sir, we have no money. Nobody is there. He's here to help us. Even this, we can't do anything.
That's the avenue that we're looking at, okay?
In Sydney, officers have stopped an attempt to illegally export 2 suitcases full of reptiles to Thailand.
We've got numerous shinglebacks, various ages by the looks of it. So obviously we've got different types. We'll probably have to get someone to come out because we're going to run out of crates and boxes and whatnot, and I'm not game to put them together. If they're different, I don't know enough about lizards and how they treat each other.
Several snakes are among the wildlife and they could be venomous. Investigations Officer Mick calls reptile handlers out to the airport.
Well, I'm not game to open them. Yeah, we're running out. We've got boxes, we've got some plastic containers.
Officers will need to collect evidence to build a case against the owner of the bags after he claimed the reptiles weren't in his luggage when he checked them in.
It's a possibility that because they've been wrapped in sticky tape, they might hold a fingerprint, and that's something we can have forensically tested.
The reptile handlers arrive at the airport to help in the investigation.
Number of shinglebacks. Now we do have snakes in here. Now we're not going to open the other packages in there.
Oh, that's an albino Darwin carpet. These aren't in the overseas market yet. Yeah.
Well, would have been.
And they're really quite rare. There's probably only less than 100 of these in Australia, probably the world, and they're probably worth close to $20,000, I'd say, potentially.
Got a black-headed.
This is a black-headed python.
Also crammed into the suitcases were a number of shingleback lizards.
They could potentially be worth $5,000 each, would you say, John?
Yeah, $5,000 each. And how many shinglebacks are there here?
24.
24 by 5,000. It's a lot of money.
In all, there are 40 lizards and 4 snakes that were all headed for the black market in Asia.
We haven't had a seizure of this size in wildlife for probably 15 years.
This New York artist is starting to feel the pressure after several swabs of his belongings tested positive for narcotics.
A little nervous, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Other than that, it's perfectly natural.
Suspecting one of his artworks could have been tampered with, officers are now drilling the frame.
That's solid through there. Solid. It all seems fine.
We still have concerns of what our readings have been coming back with, as we discussed earlier on, okay?
Which I have no idea why ratings are coming out as they are, whatever.
Okay, and
I'm speechless, man.
And as you know, we did the 2 ratings, okay?
For what?
On
the bag?
Yeah, remember the second rating was on the bag, the first rating was on your personal phone and anything that you come in contact with.
Officers are trying to find an explanation as to why he's had multiple readings for cocaine.
Do you think he's returned?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, the indicators are there. He's quite coy on his responses.
Officers decide it's time to step up the investigation.
Do the Frisk search. Okay, from there, we can upgrade it
to see if you have got something inside of you.
A wildlife smuggler is in custody in an interview room, while reptile handlers have arrived to care for Australian native lizards and snakes that were stuffed into 2 suitcases bound for the black market in Asia.
This is the first native Australian albino snake that I've ever seen in the flesh. Yeah, most Australian keepers will kill to get their hands on one of these.
Yeah. They are beautiful.
This albino Darwin carpet snake is listed as endangered and it's in poor health.
He's blowing bubbles out of his nose, which gives the indication that he's got a respiratory problem. So therefore he's been kept in suboptimal conditions where it's not his temperature regime. So obviously he's been cold for quite a while.
We'll take them back to Sydney Wildlife World and we'll assess the health of the animals. We'll make a decision from there. Wild animals can carry all kinds of different diseases and bacteria, so we'll get them vet checked and we'll make some decisions from there.
It's unfortunate the reptiles have been exposed to such cruel treatment, and there is a chance that many of them won't survive their ordeal.
Nothing with us. And if we will give you, we can't go anywhere.
Sorry to hear that.
This couple has just been fined $220 each, and the news has hit one passenger very hard.
You listen, okay? This could have got a very serious man, okay? If you had said yes to the food, this wouldn't have happened. But you said no. Not on one card, and your husband said no on the other one too, okay? Okay, we give you many opportunities. So the moral to this story is, if you believe you have anything, then you mark yes, okay? Yeah, anything you eat, you mark yes. Okay, I'm gonna draw you up your fines, all right?
Quarantine seized fresh bananas, coconuts and tamarinds, plus a large amount of homemade food.
In the past, items of this significance have proceeded to court, and the monetary value and penalties involved are into the thousands, so they're very lucky.
Have anything inside of you today?
No, I do not. I do not. I don't know why this is coming up that way, man. It's upsetting, I'll be honest.
This New York artist is continuing to deny any contact with cocaine, despite several positive narcotic readings.
What I'm going to do now is formally detain you for the purpose of a neck-down frisk search. What I need you to do first is read both sides of this card.
Okay.
Won't touch any of your skin, okay?
Okay.
All right, just your body, okay?
No problem. This is so awkward.
The frisk is negative.
You went around the stomach, absolutely no reaction. It's moving very freely.
Officers are satisfied Fernando is not carrying narcotics internally.
I'm happy. As long as you're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. Thanks for your help.
And I'm sure he'll be happy.
Yeah. Okay, Fernando, thanks very much for your time. Okay.
And thank you very much for your cooperation.
This is the experience, you know? It's like you go to the Bronx, you gotta get mugged. Out here, a little different. Straight from Brooklyn!
There are grave concerns for a large number of distressed lizards and snakes that are now being sent off for a health check. They were found cruelly stuffed into baggage bound for the black market in Asia.
Any wildlife trafficking is serious. It doesn't matter whether it's one snake, one reptile, one bird, or one egg. As I stated earlier, we haven't seen an amount like this for a long time.
This man has been arrested and is taken to a police station to be charged. The reptiles have now arrived at Sydney Wildlife World for their assessment.
We've got 3 hatchling black-headed pythons. There's 2 in here that we're concerned about. These are not long out of the egg, and you can see that they've still got their yolk sac in their stomach there from when they were in the egg.
It could be the first sign of an infection as well, so we'll just have to play it out.
So this one's a little bit more lively. You can see he's got a bit normal weight.
Unfortunately, some of the shingleback lizards have also fared very poorly due to their ordeal.
You can just see the symmetry of his jaws is just not right, so if you peel that back, you can see he's got a raging infection going on in his teeth. So he's fighting that infection, expending a lot of energy fighting that infection. It's going to compromise how much food he can eat. All these things just add up to a struggle for this guy.
Smuggling shingleback lizards not only affects their health, but it also upsets their unusual breeding habits.
In the wild, they can pair bond, which means they mate with the same partner every year. So if you're taking animals out of the wild, then there's a good chance that you're disrupting the breeding cycle of the animals. The person that's doing this doesn't care about the health of the animals. It's more about making money.
It just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, these guys have got the right to life, just like anything else, and for someone to try and exploit them, just hard to fathom, really.
Of the 40 lizards that were rescued, only half survived. The 4 snakes and the rest of the lizards are still in care and cannot be returned to the wild.